gracias por estar aquí.
Again, welcome to our families that have joined us, the friends of our students, and very special welcome to our graduating Wildland firefighting class.
Bienvenidos a todas nuestras familias, a nuestros estudiantes y en especial a la clase de bomberos.
I'd also like to thank our Selma Unified District Office and our Valley ROP administration for attending today. We have our superintendent, Mr. Gomes, our Raquel Hammond. I know your name, but the title. We have the Director of Educational Options, Yolanda Mendez-Ruiz. We have our Director of Communications, Jenna Perkovich. And also coming over from the high school is our Valley ROP Counselor, Sarah Villegas. We have our Valley ROP Superintendent, Fabrizio Alfaro. And up here with me today, I'll let her introduce herself, is Cynthia Acevedo.
El señor está dando la introducción a la mesa directiva del distrito de Selma. Tenemos al superintendente, Mr. Gomes, tenemos a la señorita Yolanda Ruiz, y también le dio la bienvenida a Valley ROP, el superintendente Fabricio Loparo y la consejera Sarah Villegas. Y mi nombre es Cynthia Acevedo, también soy una de las coordinadoras de Valley ROP.
I'll go ahead and turn it over now to Chief Cooper and Mr. Pumarejo. They'll be reviewing the certifications the students have earned and sharing some of the interesting experiences they've had with your students and issuing them their federal certifications today.
Le damos la bienvenida a los maestros, Mr. Cooper y Mr. Pumarejo. Van a estar distribuyendo los certificados a los estudiantes y van a estar explicando qué significa cada certificado.
Yeah, my name is Chief Cooper. I worked for was in the Federal Fire Service for almost 50 years, between the Forest Service and the Park Service. It's my second year teaching, my second year here with Heartland. I would just want to start out with, this was a great class. They worked very, very hard. They were very focused. They were very, very much into the activities.
Les dio la bienvenida y les quiere decir que él tiene mucha experiencia en el servicio forestal, tiene más de 50 años de experiencia y este es su segundo año en el distrito de Selma enseñando este curso.
The wildland fire classes that we teach are the required classes to be an entry-level wildland firefighter anywhere within the United States.
La clase que está enseñando el maestro y de la que se están graduando los estudiantes este día es para introducirlos al sistema forestal. Es una clase de introducción y es lo que van a estar recibiendo de sus certificaciones.
Even if you're going to work for a city or urban fire department, Mario, you will need these classes in order to do wildland firefighting.
So estos certificados, si se están moviendo a otro tipo de trabajo, les van a servir para poder continuar usando esas certificaciones.
So the students earned 5 certificates. These are national recognized certificates. The first certificate that they earned, we worked on this together, and this is FEMA 100, and it's the Introduction to the Incident Command System. And it talks about the mechanics and the intricacies of incident management, who works for who and what positions do what.
El primer certificado que está introduciendo se llama el FEMA I-100 y es un certificado que es sobre el sistema de comando de incidentes. Los estudiantes aprenden sobre el sistema de cómo prepararse para cuando hay incidentes y cómo funciona cuando hay emergencias o desastres.
The second class was the FEMA 700, the National Incident Management System. This class they did on their own. This is an online class. And it's how the incident management system works nationally and the guidelines and the instructions on how to follow that.
El siguiente certificado es el FEMA IS-700 y este es un certificado del Sistema Nacional de Manejo de Incidentes. Este curso lo tomaron los estudiantes independientemente en línea y aprendieron del funcionamiento del Sistema Nacional de manejar incidentes y cómo opera a nivel nacional.
And the other three classes are the National Wildfire Coordination Group Training, and the first one was S-190, Introduction to Wildland Fire Behavior. And this is where they learned about the weather and how it affects wildfire, how they learned about the terrain, and again, how that affected it. And again, this was to me, this was a fun class. We went out and measured the relative humidity, looked at the clouds, talked about it, measured wind.
El siguiente certificado es el E-190 y fue una introducción al comportamiento del fuego forestal. La introducción al comportamiento del fuego forestal y cómo diferentes factores afectan la propagación del fuego. Dice que fueron y examinaron la humedad y examinaron las nubes. Todo eso cómo afecta el fuego.
Then the next class was S-130, that's Wildland Firefighter Training. This is where they learned the mechanics of actually being a wildland firefighter. Learned about the tools, learned about the safety equipment, learned about the tactics and the methods of being a wildland firefighter. Basically the nuts and bolts of wildland firefighting.
El siguiente certificado es el S-130 y es la capacitación básica para bomberos forestales. En esta clase aprendieron los aspectos básicos de la lucha contra incendios forestales, incluyendo las técnicas, herramientas, seguridad y protocolos.
And then the last class was the certification was the L-180, Human Factors in Wildland Firefighting Service. This is learn what the effects wildland firefighting has on decision making, if it be the exhaustion, heat, the effect of decisions others make, also after action reviews, what it takes to make it better and to continue to thrive to be better is what this course was based on.
Y el último certificado es el L-180 y este certificado es de factores humanos en incendios forestales. Los estudiantes aprendieron los factores humanos y cómo afectan la toma de decisiones durante incidentes y emergencias.
And the last reminder, the FEMA class certificates, those are always will be in your student profile. You'll always be able to go in there and obtain those. Now the NWCG file records, these are it. Like I said, do not give these away to anybody. Make copies of them, put them with your application, or when somebody wants them, give them copies. Put this with your birth certificate. I mean, this is how important these are. These are it. If you lose them, you take the class again. Sorry.
El maestro explica que 2 de los 5 certificados en el FEMA, los estudiantes siempre los podrán tener accesibles en su portal, pero los otros 3, ese es muy importante de que no los pierdan porque esos son los únicos certificados que pueden valer que tomaron el curso. Les está explicando la importancia de asegurarse de guardar bien esos certificados.
So with these certificates, the opportunity is out there again, mostly in the federal agencies, Forest Service, Park Service, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Indian Affairs. But not only that, it's CAL FIRE. This is the basic classes to start with additional classes that they provide. It's also, like I said, with your city fire, urban. If they are called to do wildland constantly, and these classes are required to be part of that to get into it. Private contractors are out there, and they hire firefighters. And again, they base it on you have this training. It's a step up for them. So there's a lot of opportunities. Right now, there's fires in Southern California, Northern California. There's been fires in New Mexico and Arizona, Texas. There was a fire in Minnesota. So fire season has started, and so those opportunities are out there.
El maestro explica de las diferentes oportunidades que los estudiantes tienen para obtener trabajos con estas certificaciones, no nada más en un sector, pero en diferentes sectores. Pero si tienen estos certificados, es la fundación para poder obtener esos trabajos, y explica que es a la estación de tiempo de juegos, so estos certificados les van a venir handy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, and I don't see him.
Yeah, he has a new haircut.
Is that right here?
He has a new haircut.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize him. I'm looking for Hector.
Hector got a new haircut, so he's not as recognizable as he was the last time you saw him.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's not here. But anyhow, I'll call him up there, or do you wanna?
Kind of hard to do the.
Yeah, I know.
We'll switch to the mic.
Vamos a empezar con la distribución de los certificados. Vamos a llamar a los estudiantes para que pasen y reciban su certificado.
Thank you everyone for coming. My name is Mr. Pumarejo, and I am assisting Chief Cooper with the class and the certification. So we'll start off with our first graduate, which is Hector Cruz.
Hector showed a lot of interest. He worked hard. He was actually in our Tiger Rock. He was on his group was first. So they did really well. Has opportunity to get an AMT class. I think it'll kind of push him in the direction he wants to go in the future. Good job. So good to recognize. You look good.
Hold on one second.
El maestro explica que fue uno de los estudiantes que ganó durante la competencia de Tiger Rock y es un candidato perfecto para entrar a la clase de emergencia, Emergency Medical Technician.
One thing I can say about Hector is, as you can tell, he's always smiling. He brings a really good, I guess you could say vibe now if I want to sound like the kids, but he brings a really good vibe to the group. He's very well liked, and he worked really hard to receive the certificates that he received. And he did also complete my emergency medical response class, so he's very well prepared with certificates to work in the medical ambulance field or fire. So, good job. All right, so we have our next graduate is Irvin Jimenez-Reese.
Urban never backed down. He was everything we do. Throw a hose, we dig fire line, he was right in the middle of it. And with a sense of humor all the way along with it, he kept everybody smiling. And I appreciated that. And that's one thing I wanted to ask. This was a great class. They had a lot of fun, and actually I had a lot of fun with them.
I'd like to say also, echo what Chief Cooper is saying, and I could just say this for all the class. This was like a job, okay? It wasn't really fun. These kids, or young adults I should say, they worked really hard. They were in the trenches with their fire tools, but it'd be equivalent to like a hoe or a shovel or a special rake. And we were out in 100-degree weather, and these guys were just working their tails off and proving themselves. And one thing I would really like to say, especially with Irvin, is he always had the positive attitude. He's always keeping people going. When people felt like they wanted to quit, you just look at him smiling and working away, and he gave that motivation to some of the other students to keep going. So just want to congratulate you and thank you, and you did a great job. All right, so we're going to have Fernando Flores Ramirez come up. Our next graduate.
Fernando's one of the lucky ones. He was a junior last year and had this class, and we talked him in to come into the class to give me a hand with it on some of that. And I think sometimes he would, like, when we were doing shelters, he was kind of smiling to the class. Oh, look what you got coming. You're going to love this. Anyway, he was a great help. He was a great asset to have to the class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Fernando's a real joy to have. Same as some of the other guys. Everyone has just such a good attitude. And he took up more of a leadership role since he took the class last year. And he did a lot of warning you guys, like, trust me, like, it's a lot of work. We're gonna do a lot of things that you're not expecting. And he was right, and he really helped some of the students rise to that occasion and kept people going. So thank you for all your help, and you did a great job as well.
And if you notice. Fernando's fortunate, he has 2 sets of certificates.
He also was, we considered him one of our squad leaders as well. So when we need everyone to line up or get in line or be a certain place, we'd say, Fernando, get your crew, and he would round everybody up. And he took on that leadership role and did a fantastic job. Thank you, Fernando. All right, so next up is Joshua Lopez Villanueva.
Joshua was one of my rocks. I mean, if I needed somebody to do something or count on it to work hard, Joshua was there. He was always pushing me a little bit too. So it was I appreciated that.
Yeah, Joshua was the one that we had a group thread going because we did stuff outside of regular normal class hours on weekends or super early in the morning where they had to be somewhere at 6 in the morning because we're heading out. And I would always get a text from him, and they call me Mr. P or P, and P, are you awake? It'd be like 4 in the morning. I'm like, man, give me another hour, right? So he was always on time. He always showed up to everything that we required him to be at, and he fought really hard to get those certificates, and he did an amazing job. And I just want to say thank you and good job. All right, so Victorino Mendez Morales. Come on up, Victor.
Victor was another one. He worked really hard, and myself and others was always trying to tell him, take it a little more easier, take it a little easier. But he kept working hard, and did a really excellent job.
Yeah, one thing I can say about Victorino is he stood out, not just to Chief Cooper and I, but he stood out to other fire crews and other supervisors and other teachers in other crews. And they made some specific comments about him, and like, man, that guy doesn't stop, does he? Like, he's outworking a lot of other students from other classes, and that was very impressive. And I think if Victor, you keep up those work habits, that you're going to be very successful in whatever you do. So, good job. All right, Joshua Mendoza. Come on up, Josh.
Joshua, he had worked hard. He wasn't sure he wanted to be in this class, but I give him credit. He did not quit. He stayed with us.
All right, Joshua is another one that, and I could say this about every student here, but he stood out with his willingness to help. It didn't matter what it was, if it was an ice chest that needed to be filled, if it was the ice chest needed to be loaded. Joshua was always one of the ones that would step up and fill whatever need or the gaps that we had. So Joshua, thank you so much for your willingness to help. And like I told Vic, if you keep that up, you'll be successful. People will recognize that and notice it about you. So good job. All right. So we have Mario Navarrete.
Mario was a real pleasure to have in the class. He was very active in it. He had he helped us with our videos. He again, on our field day, we went to Sequoia Lake. He grabbed a hold of the chipper and he chipped all afternoon. I mean, he didn't hesitate. He just went to it and worked hard. Kind of stood out ahead of everybody else. Not just the people in this class. This was the people, and this were all the other students in the regional class also. He worked really, really hard and did an excellent job. But he also was that technical expert for us on all the other stuff, especially the electronic stuff. And he kept going. You know, this is I prefer urban. He kept telling me that all the way through the class. So we had fun going back and forth, and I really appreciated having him in the class.
Yeah, for me, same thing. Mario is a go-getter. His resiliency is impressive. We hiked 2 miles up a hill. It was really tough, especially for me, but for some of the students, it was pretty rigorous training and hiking. But after that, he just got right to work. And after he climbed up the hill and back down, he started with the wood chipper, and it was so impressive that Mr. Garrison in the back came to me and he's like, "Hey, is that one of your kids?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Mario Neverready." After that, we had a group meeting with everyone. I think it was over 60 kids, Mr. Garrison? Yeah, so over 60 kids. Everyone's dressed in their fire attire, and Garrison felt that it was important enough to kind of exonerate or single Mario out and explain to the crowd how important that was for that worth ethic at that time to be successful in his future. And he impressed all of us, and he really represented our school and what we stand for. And I think he's going to make an amazing firefighter one day. So Mario, thank you. Good job. All right, Isaiah Pacheco.
Isaiah was another one. He stayed right in there. Whatever we were doing, he did not quit. Sometimes it was hard, but he stayed with it, and I appreciated that and respected that.
Yeah, Isaiah's another one. He worked so hard. He never gave up. And like I said, some of these hikes were very rigorous, and for him to overcome those and not want to be the one that's staying back and not keeping up with the crowd, that wasn't acceptable for him. He knew where he wanted to be, and he stayed with everybody, and it was pretty impressive. And he also has a big heart and a sense of humor. He's pretty quiet, but you look over at him and you see him doing that. He's hilarious. He's actually really funny. He talks about his little sister a lot, which tells me, how much he cares about his little sister. He's just got such a good heart, and he's really fun to have around. And we really had fun with you, and thank you so much for everything you added to our team. All right. All right, Andrea Rodriguez.
One of the things I was really impressed, we were at Ridley College Cut the Fire Line, and we were with the regional class, and our students were all mixed together, and I walked by the line, and I walked by Andrea, And she's right there, that smile, she is smiling from ear to ear. I mean, she is, and we have worked hard. It's hot. This been, I mean, they're cutting grass. I mean, the grass is knee high and cutting a 3-foot swath. And she just smiling from ear to ear. It just made me feel so good. I really appreciated that.
Thank you so much. Good job. Thank you.
Yeah, Andrea has a great attitude, always smiling, like Chief Cooper said, and she's actually a really good support group for her peers. She has a group of guys that they just kind of like hang out with her, and she makes them laugh. They bounce stuff off each other. And the one thing I could say about Andrea is she's probably one of the most smartest students that I've had. She will read something and we'll ask her later and she will know the answer. She is a great test taker, and that's going to take you a long way. Just stay focused, and thank you for everything you contributed to us and our team. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Kaylee Snow Salazar.
Here's another one. Whatever it was, she had to do it straight on. I mean, if it was chainsaws, rolling hose, getting in the fire shelter, having contests with others, how fast she could do it. She had to be right there amongst everybody else. Very impressed. She worked very, very hard and did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I agree. The fire shelter thing that keeps coming up, it's a very strenuous activity. You basically have to open up a cocoon, get yourself in it, throw yourself face first on the ground, and seal yourself in it's almost like like I said, a cocoon or a sleeping bag. And it's to protect you from fire that's going over you. And yeah, she wanted to have the fastest time. She wasn't going to let some of these boys beat her out in the time. So she went over and over again, and until she had the best time. So that's the kind of girl she is. You also always know where she is if you follow either orange peels, apple slices, I wasn't going to say string cheese wrappers, but we did have to pick up behind her often, and she always made sure that we had oranges and apples and bananas where we went, and so we were healthy. But anyhow, she was a great contribution to our team. She was so fun. You always knew where she was too, because if there wasn't orange peels, then you hear her laugh, and her laugh is it's great. It just puts a smile on your face. So thank you so much, and we appreciate everything you've done for us and our team. Thanks. All right, Casey Sanders.
Here's another one. He was always with Kaylee trying to be the fastest. They were always racing each other, working hard. And Casey he worked on stuff till he made sure he knew how to do it right and do it quickly.
Yeah, Casey's a go-getter. Another super intelligent guy in our class. As far as like taking notes, test taking, and some of that stuff that's hard in this field where we're talking about weather, relative humidity, the dew point. He got all that stuff. Like, he understood it, and some of it went over my head, but he was able to retain some of that stuff. He's really smart. He was fun to have around. He had a great attitude. He was always just really bouncy and like trying to be in the front and lead. And he did a good job of that. And I think for the most part, even though he wasn't a squad leader, he was a team leader, and we all kind of just went to the tune of Casey because he was always upbeat for us. So we appreciate him, his attitude, and yeah, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
I just want want to reiterate again that this was a great class. It is hard work, and they worked really hard, and they had a lot of fun with it. I would love to be on the fire line with every one of them. I'd love to have them as part of my team. This is my third class I've taught. Many of the other classes, many of the students had when we took these tests. These are this was adult level class. They had to get 70% or better on the NWCG classes. Many of the other classes, I had to have students take the test over again. Not one single person in this class had to take the test twice. Everybody passed it the first time. Like I said, this class worked hard, they were into it, and they were very, very interactive. Great class. I'm gonna miss you guys. Love you.
We're gonna miss you too, Chief.
Okay, so we had one student that wasn't able to make it, but I don't want to just leave him out. So we have Robert Smith. Robert Smith, he's a big dude, and to get him up the hills and around some of the treacherous areas that we're in, it was a challenge, but he tried his hardest. His resilience was amazing. He just tried to stay up with the group. Everybody helped him out, and I just didn't want to go without giving him recognition, because he did get 100% on the test first time, right? Yeah. He was the guy that was studying at home, staying up late because he wanted to pass the tests, and I want to say he got 100 on all of them, and I wanted to give him recognition for that. So, Robert.
Thank you again for everybody for being here, and your support of your students is very acknowledged. I know those early mornings and bringing the students for the transportation, picking them up late, encouraging them when they didn't want to continue in the class, it was greatly appreciated from our side, on the school side. We'll go ahead and that's the end of our graduation ceremony. We'd like the graduates to come up to the front and stand on the stage, take pictures with the instructors, and thank you again, everybody, for being here. Oh, and there's dessert, I was reminded.
Okay, can I have everyone squeeze together, please?
See, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just.
Yes.
We're too old for this.
You guys on the end right here, squeezing a little more. Okay, and everyone, if you just want to look center and smile. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep smiling. We have a few. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Keep holding. 1, 2, 3. Okay, anyone else? You guys can feel free to take individual photos. All right.
Any longer, I'm not going to be able to get up.
Thank you. Parents, you guys anyone want to take photos? You're welcome to.
I need to have an email list of everybody. If you want to get announcements from me on jobs and things like that, you need to make sure he gets a list and gets it to me, and I'll send those out wherever things come in. Right?
I'll do that.
I watched the AMC last night. So I wanted to make sure that was terrible. I had
It's a Wednesday. Yeah, go hang out with your family and you guys are welcome to go. No, we're done. Yeah. Hey, and then, you guys just gotta tell me when you guys want to have your early morning lessons. You gotta send out a message. Thursday, if you want a picture of me and Chief, it might be worth some money next in the future.
Yeah. You better autograph it. Yeah. I just don't want to see a picture of me with more than
Oh yeah,
It's gonna go on the Instagram.